Hello, may I talk to you?
My name is Shannon O'Doherty. I've come from Ireland to search far and wide for my one true love.
How did you end up in Draxylvania, of all places?
I did some research into local demographics. There appeared to be a discrepancy in regards to the number of men versus the number of women in the greater Draxylvanian area. Apparently, many of the women have died over recent years due to an unusual outbreak of anemia. Interestingly enough, this same affliction seems to have taken its toll on the local paperboy population. I figured with so many men available, I was bound to find my one true love.
Were you able to find a man?
Indeed I was. Not long after I arrived here with my tour group, I received a letter at my hotel. It was addressed to me from Burgermeister Willem Vinton, Mayor of Gosford Falls. He said he was interested in meeting me after catching a glimpse of my fiery red hair.
Did you ever get to meet this Burgermeister, William Vinton?
Yes, but only briefly. He came to my hotel saying he wanted to meet me. As the mayor of Gosford Falls, he always enjoyed spending time with young ladies new to the area. I believe he took a liking to me, for he invited me to come up to his room so we could discuss Draxylvanian history.
Sounds like this Burgermeister was looking to get to know a wee bit of the Irish.
How did you end up in this castle?
A woman came to speak with our tour group, saying that she was the Baroness von Kiefer. She asked me how old I was and how it came to be that I was in Draxylvania. After I told her about myself, she offered me a job working at her castle. Since I knew that I had found my true love in Willem, I decided to stay in Draxylvania and took her up on her offer. The first night in the castle, the Baroness brought me a warm cup of tea. After taking a drink, I grew very tired, and the next thing I remember is waking up here.
Why don't you leave here?
I surely want to, but until my bones can be buried in a consecrated grave, I must guard them till the end of time.
Bummer. All of your bones, you say, or most of them?
Good question. I'll have to ask.
Ask whom?
Another good question. My, you're just full of them. Why do you ask, anyway?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Would it be alright if we borrowed one of those bones there?
I can't let you do that. I'm saving them for my burial in consecrated ground. I feel the need to stay here until that happens.
Do you guard your bones all the time?
I must stand vigil through this endless night. My true love, Willem, rescues me at dawn. He'll bury my bones and hold me in his arms forever. Oh, how I long for the morning.
Well, thank you for our little chat.
'Twas me pleasure.
Mona, it's clear that there's no way we're gonna get those bones while she's still guarding them. And she's apparently gonna be guarding them until the sun comes up.
But that will be too late. I can't wait until the sun rises.
Then I guess we're in deep guano.
No virgin ghost is going to stop me.
Mona, I like your confidence.
I can't reach it from here. Fodrick, would you go get those theater flats we cut out?
Sure, if you tell me where they go.
Fodrick, fly over and hang the sun backdrop outside of the window. Maybe we can trick Shannon into thinking the sun has risen.
Okay, I'll get right on it.
So, how is it being a ghost?
Boring as heck.
Boring as heck, huh? Sorry to hear that. What about the heat from this demonic goo?
Tolerable. As you can imagine, I don't feel much as a ghost.
No, I would think not. there is some doubt about me being a vampire.
Really? You look like a vampire. And the teeth!
Yes, odd about those, but I'm still not convinced.
Interesting.
Hurry up, Fodrick! What is taking you so long?
What?
Oh, nothing. Just wondering where my bat went. Oh, thank God.
Phew! Done.
What took you so long?
I had to get some nails and jam them into the crack outside. And lady, those things aren't exactly light.
Shh!
What is this? Has the sun risen already? I can see it, but something isn't quite right. It seems like it's morning, but somehow I'm not convinced.
I think she almost believes that it's dawn. It's an animal noise toy from Shroudy's toy chest. Fodrick, will you play this toy for me later?
Sure, just tell me when.
Fodrick, take that animal wheel that I set to rooster and fly outside by the window and play that sound. That might convince her it really is morning.
Good idea. I'll give it a shot.
The sun has risen and the rooster crows. Morning has come and with it my salvation. Willem comes for me. I can rest now as I wait for you, my love. My vigil has come to an end. Willem!
That did it, Mona. She's gone.
I can grab one of these now. Oh, that sound is hideous.
Look on the bright side, Mona. At least she's already dead.
This will be useful. I'll take it. Excellent. Well done. Good. We've got our potion of golem creation ready for spraying. Now all we need is a stone body. It might not be a perfect fit, but it's the only head we've got.
How perfectly dreadful. This body has no sense of fashion.
Stop whining! One more word out of you and you'll be spending the next 20 years of your miserable existence in the bottom of that privy at the closest Spanish restaurant I can find.
Let's see if this will work.
It better after all the crap we went through.
Ooh, pretty!
Yeah, but I hate purple. I'm more partial to pink.
Oh, this is just great. Now I'm fat.
Yippee! It worked!
Go forth to the boathouse. There you will see the ghost of Shroudy holding the oars for the last boat. I want you to get those oars from Shroudy using any means necessary.
Well, apparently I have to do whatever you say, so all right. I work for a witch, now I'm taking orders from a bee.
I heard that.
You were supposed to.
Hey, what the Rufus?
Look, just give me the oars. What violence?
Fortunately, I like violence.
Firecracker, sis, boom, bah!
Rufus Gollum, rah, rah, rah! Go, Rufus! Another boat! He got the boat.
You can keep the oars now for all the good they will do you.
That should do the trick. Maybe not as nice as a boat, but at least it floats.
Grab those oars, Mona. It's time for the maiden voyage of the SS Dirtnap.
Get out of the way! I know! I will squirt this in his eyes to temporarily blind him.
Go ahead, Mona. Make his day. Keep going, Mona. I think you got him on the ropes.
I can't seem to hit him. He moves way too fast now.
Roderick? After he swallowed that ice, he thickened up. It was easy to spray him this time.
Are you sure we need to bring all this stuff?
Of course, you idiot! We must be fully prepared! I'm an expert on the Nosferatu! And one thing I know for sure is that the undead don't just sail up to you and present themselves.
Hello over there. Do you know a good place to land our pleasure cruiser?
I don't know! Try over there around that point!
Oh, okay. Thank you. Toodaloo.
Right, whatever. What was I saying?
The undead don't just sail up to you?
Right. They cherish their lairs immensely and never willingly give them up. One thing I know for sure, this brood of the Barons, this Mona, will be there waiting for us, getting ready to fiercely defend her crypt with every ounce of undead energy she possesses. She will never willingly leave that castle.
We made it, Roderick!
Who would have thought that crossing a simple lake would be such a pain in the ass?
Well, off to Paris.
Wait! What are you gonna do? Walk there?
I was thinking a train.
A train. Even if we could catch a train, there's the small problem of you only being able to travel at night.
That would have to be an extremely fast train to make it to the next major city.
Child of the night.
Come to think of it, if a
Why
train
are you
left
not walking
Transylvania
towards
traveling
me?
north-
Aren't you listening? Do not make me count to 3.
Carry
1,
7 allow for a 2%
2,
drop in velocity and increased friction
3.
and expansion.
And the
Oui,
drag
mistress.
coefficient, adjust for
I'll
gravity.
come to you.
Then, of course,
At higher
Yeah,
altitudes.
finally.
Mona! Wake up! Mona!
Come, child, come inside where it is warm and safe. I have been waiting for you.
Oui, mistress.
Oh, I see. You want your fortune told. Good idea. And see if you can find out what's gonna happen on next week's episode of Bats of Our Lives.
Well, hello, my dearest Mona de Lafitte. Come in and sit down. We meet at last.
Sorry to bother you, madame. I don't know, but I had the weirdest feeling that came over me. It compelled me to seek you out for some mysterious reason.
Yes, you learn that I have that effect on people. But goodness gracious, I am being rude. I know all about you, but you don't know me at all. Forgive me. I am called the Great Madame Strigoi, knower of all things better left unknown.
Why have you summoned me here?
I know your plight, and I know how best to prepare you for your journey home.
Really? You know how to get me back to Paris?
Okay, listen very carefully, for I'm only going to say this as many times as you ask me to. First, you need your coffin to sleep in. Do you have it here?
No. And what do you mean I need a coffin to sleep in? I thought Shroudy was being, just being weird. Making me sleep in there when I had a perfectly good bed up in my boudoir. Besides, no self-respecting opera star would sleep in a coffin. It's absurd.
Well, this opera star is going to have to. Now wake up, girl. You need a coffin to sleep in every night or you will die. You will die. Capiche?
Well, I suppose I do. But I'm not happy about it.
Being a vampire isn't about being happy. Listen, child, in life stuff just happens that we don't always like. We just have to get over it and move on as best we can. Besides, living the unlife of a vampire can be very rewarding and just as fulfilling as real life. Trust me, child, I know. You are strong, I have seen it. You'll be just fine, and I'll guide you all the way. Now, where is your coffin?
At the lake shore where we left it.
Uh-oh, better go get it now. Constable Otto just passed here a few minutes ago on his nightly patrol. I think he said something about investigating a scream and looking out for two strangers reported skulking hereabouts. Hurry and go get it, and bring it back. ASAP!
It's a box of donuts and a strange metal bottle with what smells like coffee.
Yep, everything a horizontally growing constable needs.
Hello, sir. May I talk to you for a moment?
Yes, but only for a few minutes. I am Constable Otto Van Pelt, and I'm in middle of serious investigation. Some very strange things have been happening around here lately.
Can you tell me about those weird events happening lately?
Yes, I got reports from cottages nearby of two men who have been skulking around shoreline and along the road. Then we heard reports from all over of horrible screams that echo throughout the valley. So, I was assigned to investigate, and about 100 yards down the shore I found, well, what appeared to be Baron Shroudy von Kiefer's clothing. And it smelled awful. Noxious vapors were emanating from the clothes. It was quite a sight. And last night I discovered the coffin sitting on the shore with 2 oars in it. It is mighty strange. You'll have to pardon me, ma'am. I best be getting back to my investigation. I haven't much time before Luke Crane gets wind of it and muscles the case out from under me. He's always trying to be in the spotlight.
What are you doing with that boat?
Looking for clues. By the dirt residue I found in the coffin, it looks as though someone kept putting dirt in it, and then someone else kept dumping it out. Also, by impressions left behind, it looks like someone, a woman, judging by the shape of the imprint, slept here every night and had a bat for a companion.
How do you know that?
By the smell. Bats have a distinctive odor that is hard to wash out.
Tell me about it.
Yes, bats are popular pets in Draxylvania for some reason, though I personally think they're bad luck.
Why's that?
Because anyone who adopts one seems to come down with spontaneous anemia right away. Plus, bats are not loyal pets. As soon as their owners die of this anemia, they fly away and find another family. But in Draxylvania, you get used to these things.
What else can you deduce from looking at the coffin?
Well, the woman who slept here wore black and purple, judging from the fibers I found, and had black hair. And the coffin owner's name was written on a tag on the inside of the lid, a Mona de Lafitte. Sounds like a French name. I think popular in the south of France, near Calais. Where are you from, may I ask?
Calais? That's not in the south.
Shh, idiot.
Oh, right.
Where?
Belgium.
Where?
Belgium.
Quebec.
Well, which is it, Quebec or Belgium?
Belgium, Quebec. A small colony of Belgium-ians, just east of Montreal.
And I didn't get your name.
Lona Fay Defeat.
Donna lay my feet.
No, I mean come again.
Fona May.
Whitney. Whitney. Dark Lake. My name is Whitney Darklake of the, Belgium-Quebec Dark Lakes. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too. Well, if you see any tall French women about with a bat as pet, let me know so I can ask her a few questions, okay?
He's gotta be putting us on.
Shh. Yes, Constable. I certainly will. Can you tell me about the nearest towns?
Well, there is Vlad's Landing down the road behind you, and beyond that near the border is the quaint village of Gothard Falls. Up the river are the towns of Ravenhaven, Howling Oaks, Battsburg, and the new retirement community of Scarlet Meadows.
Tell me about Vlad's Landing.
Yes, it's a hilly town located just down the road there, and serves as a hub of commerce for Lake Varg. The Draxylvania Tourist Board, a powerful entity in these parts, almost got Burgermeister to change the town name.
To what?
Super Happy Funville. The board thought it might increase tourism. I like the runner-up name myself.
Let me guess. Autotopia?
No, but I like that. No, the runner-up name was Don't Swim in the Water, the Lake Monster Will Get Youville. In the end, all parties agreed to leave as is. It was for the best.
Tell me about Garford Falls?
It's just the cutest little town built on a bridge overlooking the falls. Quite spectacular. But the local baron appointed the most corrupt skirt chaser as burgermeister, Wilhelm Vinten. Ugh. They say he has charisma and can make deals better than anyone. Villagers seem to like him, but no woman is free from his tentacles for long. I sure hope the recall campaign succeeds.
If he is a good leader, why do you hate him so much? Oh my! I think I asked the wrong thing. Are you okay?
No, he's fine. It was a long time ago. High school. And I had...
No!
Stop him.
That's okay.
this crush on any time at all. She had beautiful braids and long blonde hair. She smelled so good.
Oh, Lord. So we have to go now and,
And then he came along, with his sweet-talking ways and mesmerizing stares.
Do something!
Oh my! I feel faint. Yeah, that's it. I'm passing out. I'm going to be sick.
Not far from the truth.
Really? Do you need a doctor?
No. Suddenly I feel a lot better. Tell me about the retirement community of Scarlet Meadows.
Oh, that is a strange place. It used to be the castle of Maud the Impaler, but then the ghoulish society took it over, renovated it, and opened it up as a retirement community for Draxylvania nobility, huh? They have golf course, geyser-heated pools, and everything. Thing is, they only like to golf at night, and the retirees really don't look that old. But I hear the place is very, very nice, and the healthcare is great. No one gets sick.
Can you tell me about the graveyard down the road?
The Draxylvania graveyard and picnic grounds? Another bright idea by the tourist board. They thought by throwing in some tables, swings, and grills, tourists would flock there by the droves to eat corn on the cob while sitting on top of great-grandmother.
And they didn't?
Actually, they did, but only at night for some reason. Moonlight picnics are all the rage this year.
Have you seen two men rowing out on the lake?
I think I saw some men in a boat not too long ago fighting with the lake monster. I thought I saw them throw vials of water at it that caused the monster to sink. Then they rowed up to the Baron's castle. Must be guests. When the Baroness was alive, they had guests all the time. Never saw any of them leave, though. Oh well.
Who do you suppose those two men were?
Well, a woodsman who reported seeing them said they were acting funny, like they were up to something. And they had lots of strange sorts of equipment, each with a symbol of an eye in the middle of a pentagram. I think they might have been meteorologists or lawyers.
I'm out of questions for now.
Okay, back to my investigation.
I went back to get it, but we were too late. Constable Otto was there.
I guess it's time that you had this. Vampires for Dummkopf. It has everything a budding vampire like you needs. Read it and learn it all. It tells everything you need to know about your new vampire powers, as well as your many vampire restrictions. It has rules, flowcharts, pie recipes, and good advice for vampires of all types.
Thank you, Madame Sturgoy.
Back to being a vampire. With some time in practice, you'll slowly gain new vampire powers, especially now that Shroudy is no longer your master. You don't have to read it cover to cover, but you may want to use it from time to time if you two encounter difficulties during your journey. As a member of the undead, you are required to return to your grave every night
My grave. But seriously, I know, off on a side, I'm really not dead.
No, Mona. It says right here, when bitten and drained by a vampire, then fed some of the vampire's own blood, the victim becomes technically and legally dead in most countries, except Nevada, where death can be annulled within 24 hours.
Grave dirt. Fine, I'll get right on it.
It is not your grave per se, but you have to sleep in the coffin filled with dirt from your grave every day. That is how it works. You did bring that grave dirt with you when you escaped the castle, right?
Not exactly. I Sort of dumped it out.
I'm afraid you're going to have to go back to the castle and retrieve it.
Back to the castle?
Castle?
Shush now! Something's coming in! Oh, great spirit of the ball, show me Sector 12!
Madame Strigoi, who are they?
Vampire hunters, Monsieur Calvin and Belcou, his apprentice. Oh, why on earth did Sign send them instead of Abraham? Ugh, God only knows. Oh, well, they are vampire hunters from a religious brotherhood. You can thank them for staking Baron Shroudy von Kiefer to death back by the lake. They want to stake you, too. They will not likely rest until your undead heart stops beating in your undead chest, after which time you will be 100% dead. Look, if you do not find more grave dirt before sunrise, you will not be able to return to your coffin, and I already explained how important that is. Try the Drexylvania Cemetery and Picnic Grounds for a start. It's just down the road past the lakeshore. You can't miss it.
What you're saying is that if we're ever going to make it to Paris, before we can leave, we must get Mona's coffin, then replenish our supply of Mona's grave dirt, and we're done?
Once you have the grave dirt and your coffin, you will need a wagon to carry it all and a horse to pull it. I think you can borrow the wagon from the cemetery caretaker, and I just so happen to have a line on a horse for sale in the local town of Ladd's Landing, just up the road from here. I grabbed this flyer while I was there. I don't have any extra money, so you'll have to work something out with the owners.
Steal, borrow wagon from the caretaker, work something out with the owner of the horse, get coffin and grave dirt, check.
Luckily for you, I know some Turkish smugglers in Puerto Varda. They owe me a few favors from back in the old days. I got them to agree to take you on their ship, the Demeanor, a large tramp freighter bound for France. They are scheduled to leave the docks just before dawn. They will not wait for you, so you must find everything you need as quickly as possible.
Grave dirt, coffin, horse, and wagon. Got it. Nothing else, right?
Well, come to think of it, you should really get an insane daytime guardian before you travel long distances, just to be safe.
What?
Not another thing to get. This is too much. And why exactly does he have to be insane?
Yeah, at best it sounds a little unwise to travel with nutcases, especially over long distances.
Come on, think about it, you two. All vampires must find a mortal living human to guard over them during the day, in case the righteous brothers or their brethren discover your coffin and decide to stake you in your pajamas. An insane guardian simply works the best. For one thing, they are more easily controlled. 2, they get less grossed out by the sight of blood and corpses. And 3, I forget 3. Just trust me. They are essential to have for any sun-fearing vampire. But forget it. Never mind, we are short on time. You can worry about the insane daytime guardians when you get to Paris.
Let's go already. We have a long night and a lot to do.
Thank you so much for your help.
My pleasure, child. I will do whatever I can to help you along your perilous journey.
I have a feeling this might come in handy. Madame Strigoi, may I have this bottle of ink over here?
Yes, child. Knock yourself out.
Stop! Am I really a vampire? Be sure before you bite. Section 1, Chapter 1. Domicile Defenses. Section 1, Chapter 2. Back in Black and Never Go Back. Section 1, Chapter 3. Biting and Sucking 101. Apparently I'm only a novice vampire. I better just read Section 1. I'll read the other sections when I become more experienced. Frodrick, Would you mind reading this for me? My crow's feet are sore.
Sore my ear. All right, fine. In a nutshell, it says you can't enter homes without being invited in first. You also can't enter if they have holy symbols, garlic, red or white roses, or hawthorn branches on the entrance.
Frederick, would you do the honors?
It says, in a nutshell, that vampires wear black cloth because it protects them from holy magic, such as holy water, crosses, and the sun.
Frederick, do you mind reading this for me?
It says, in a nutshell, that you can bite people on the neck and drain their blood till they pass out, but you should do it when no one will see you. Have you been in Draxylvania for more than one day?
Regrettably, yes.
Have you craved blood even once?
I like my steak rare. I'm French.
Are you a child of the night?
An opera starlet is never seen by day.
Do you wear a ribbon around your neck to hide 2 fang-shaped wounds?
It's the latest fashion in Paris.
You passed the test! Mona, you are definitely a vampire.
I passed! I did it! Wait, I am not a vampire! They're so stupid, just like you! Yes, well, now that the constable is, resting quietly, I'll take my coffin back to Madame Strigoi camp. It's a sign.
No shinola, Sherlock. What does it say for our listening audience?
I don't like to read.
Read. Yeah, I remember. Okay. It says, to the Draxylvania picnic grounds and graveyard south 2 miles, 1 mile north to Vlad's Landing, 5 miles north to the Lake Vogue Dam and Waterworks, and 7 miles north to Dread Rock Gorge and Gothford Falls. Speed kills, no dumping and no parking from here to the Dead Tree from noon till 6 p.m., violators will be booted at owner's expense, the VPD.
It's a sign for the graveyard, and apparently picnic grounds, too. The sign says, "For whom does the bell toll? It tolls for me. Ring bell for service. Sincerely, Proprietor Dan Smith." Well, at least it appears that Mr. Smith has a sense of humor. Let me give this bell a ring and see if anybody's home. No luck. He must not be here.
That might be a good thing. I imagine it would be awkward to explain why we're out here in the middle of the night trying to retrieve a box of your grave dirt.
I can't move up the path for some reason.
What do you mean?
The crosses on the gravestone, they hurt. I can't seem to approach them.
Oh, boy. I was afraid of this. You're not going to be able to walk through the graveyard with all those crosses everywhere.
It appears to be the locked door to this house.
Ugh, it's garlic. Oh, it smells so bad I can't get close to it. There's no way I'll be able to approach the door while it's still hanging there.
It's some sort of frozen statue depicting a humanoid figure.
It's actually called a snowman.
Oh, really? And how do you know he's a man?
Because he's got snow, but I'm not gonna say it. Probably kids around.
I don't want to carry it around. It's so cold and wet.
Like my nose. Feel it.
Ugh, no. But I will keep this snowball in mind just in case. Let's see what's in here, shall we?
Well, would you look at that? It's the 1890 Girls of Draxylvania Slap-on Tools calendar. Look, this one is showing both of her calves.
You men and your obsession with tools. It's a horse.
Of course.
Oh, the poor creature. It looks like he's broken his leg.
I'd say it's more likely he's broken the law.
What do you mean?
That's a Draxylvanian boot on his hoof. Either his owner is using it as an anti-theft device, or the Draxylvanian Police Department put it on because he has too many unpaid parking tickets.
What did he say?
Something along the lines of, "Get this thing off my hoof right now."
Hello? Is anybody in there? Nope. No one in there. It must be safe to open.
Apparently, you have never heard of the Stable Shed Slasher Massacre of 1865.
No. But I'm sure I'm going to hear about it in a second.
Well, not if you're gonna have that attitude. Forget it. Go ahead and open it up yourself. I dare you.
I want to take a peek in here. Just as I thought. A storage shed. That saddle blanket could be useful. But I don't want to carry it around. So I'll keep it in mind. It's a broken old saddle. It's all dusty and cracked as if it's been through the desert.
I bet on a horse with no name.
It's a cross. I can barely stand to look at it. It hurts me.
You're not going to be able to get near that door until we find some way to deal with that cross. Maybe you should look in that Vampyre for Dummkopf book that Madame Strigoi gave you.
It's a window looking into the dress shop. There's some lady racing around like crazy.
Yeah, she looks pretty busy for someone whose shop is supposed to be closed.
There's all kinds of things in there. Some fancy-looking dresses, several bolts of cloth, and a fat guy who looks really unhappy.
Maybe his corset is riding up on him and he stopped by to have it adjusted.
It's an oily vat filled with cooking grease. It's covered with old wine jugs and cooking oil cans. It looks like a window to the kitchen of a busy restaurant. The people all seem to be watching something blue with moving images on it.
Yeah, bars and restaurants are now renting crystal balls from gypsies so their customers can eat and watch the game.
It's the door to the salon. Oh, and it has a pink heart on it. Kind of odd for a nail salon.
It would be if it were just a nail salon.
What do you mean?
Birds, bees, hearts, the red light. Any of this getting through?
Nuh-uh. It's a woman standing outside of the nail salon.
That woman is definitely a working girl, Mona. I think she's in the process of doing a little self-promotion.
Hi there, miss. What can I do you for?
Sorry to disturb you, but may I speak with you for a moment?
That depends. Are you in any way associated, affiliated, related to, or working with any member of a local, regional, or national law enforcement organization, particularly those identified as being tasked with reducing or eliminating the act of human fulfillment?
Human fulfillment?
She means no, she is not.
Well then, hello there, honey. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. How can I help you?
Do you work for the salon?
Work has such a negative connotation. I like to think that I live my life in the pursuit of pleasure, mine and others. My relationship with the salon allows me to pursue these personal interests while simultaneously providing me with an ongoing source of income. Right now, I'm standing lookout for a private nail salon event going on inside.
What sort of work do you do?
I like to think of myself as a small event planner, or possibly a personal entertainer. In terms of the specific services I offer, that generally depends on how much my client is willing to spend. Was there something particular you had in mind?
Uh-oh, Mona. That constable over there's eyeing you pretty closely. You'd better be careful, or you might get picked up for solicitation.
Solicitation? Solicitation of what?
Mona, you seem to be having some difficulty grasping the situation. This lovely lady here...
Why, thank you! And I might say you are by far the most attractive bat I have ever encountered.
You're too kind. Anyway, Mona, to put it bluntly, this woman is, well, she does stuff to make people happy, especially penicillin manufacturers.
Oh, I guess I understand. I think. Forgive me, I don't have much experience in these, areas.
There's nothing to forgive, darling. You know, you are quite attractive. I'm not sure what you're doing right now, but would you ever consider a career change? We offer flexible hours and an excellent benefits package. We would have to put a little more foundation on those cheeks, though I'm afraid you're looking rather pale.
Sure, sounds great. I love doing nails. Where do I sign up?
Whoa, Mona. Trust me, this isn't the right nail salon for you. Besides, don't you want to go to Paris and sing opera?
You're right, I do. But she made her life seem so glamorous and fulfilling. I am an opera singer, and while I appreciate the opportunity, I'm afraid my plan is to travel back to my beloved Paris so I can resume my opera career. What are you talking about?
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying we should be discreet.
What is so illegal about talking to someone?
There's nothing wrong with pleasant social intercourse.
Why are you standing out here in the cold?
You can thank Constable Bud Crane, the cop standing over there. He's not a big fan of the nail salon services. So I have to stand watch to warn the private party we are having inside, in case Constable Crane decides to have a raid. Believe me, I'd rather be inside nice and warm.
What private party?
We'll keep this on the down low, but Burgermeister Willem Vinton and a bunch of his cronies from the next village over are having some political discussions in there. Very delicate ones, and they don't want to be disturbed.
Disturbed by whom?
The Vice Squad. Vlad's Landing Vice, which Constable Blood Crane over there is the head of, doesn't like my business practices and is constantly trying to shut me down. But we are so good at nails that the politicians keep allowing us to reopen.
Why would Constable Crane not like a nail salon?
Oh, I have a bunch of theories on that, and none of them good. My leading theory is that he has a serious inferiority complex because his older brother Lou is such a big-town hero and overshadows Bud at every turn. So to compensate for his shortcomings, he's way too wound up. He really needs to get
relieved of his duties for harassing a perfectly harmless nail salon?
Yes, exactly. If he'd go away or someone got rid of him, that would be a relief, believe you me.
Can we go inside your nail salon?
Sorry, honey, no can do.
Why not?
The salon has been reserved by a private party. I'm doing double duty as doorman and lookout. So unless you are part of the Gothford Falls City Council, I can't let you in.
May I ask your name?
Certainly. Today, my name is Iris Vivienne.
What do you mean by today? Your name changes?
Of course. My name changes with my mood. I'm in an Iris mood today, but tomorrow I may be somebody else. My customers enjoy a certain level of variety. Might I ask your name?
Mona. My name is Mona.
Well, what a coinky-dink. I use the name Mona all the time. It is a perfect name for a woman in my profession.
Ha!
And what is so gosh darn funny?
Nothing.
That's a lovely dress. May I ask where you purchased it?
But of course, I bought this dress at Madame Stoker's dress shop. She does excellent work. Although sometimes it's difficult to get an appointment with her due to Madame Stoker leading a fairly hectic life.
Why is Madame Stoker's life so hectic?
She has 2 young children who keep her very busy, and a very demanding husband who is a bit of a gluttonous louse. Although he is an excellent customer.
That's all the questions I have for now.
Very well. If you happen to see a lonely, wealthy man wandering about, please do send him my way.
It is a gangplank for this houseboat. Excuse me, sir. Might we have a few words with you?
Of course, Fräulein. Do you require assistance? Is that bat threatening you?
No, he's actually a friend of mine. But thanks for asking. I have to say, you seem eager to help.
That I am. It was my dream to be a member of the Deals, the Draxylvanian Elite Air, Land and Sea Rescue Squad. But I was unable to qualify for the service, so I had to settle for being a constable.
What happened? Why did you fail to qualify?
I have a condition known as FC, which stands for Fragile Coccyx. Apparently, due to the occasional bout of anemia and limited access to vitamins as a child, my coccyx does not have the strength to withstand the arduous training curriculum.
Why did you want to be a member of the Deals?
They stand for truth, justice, and the Draxylvanian way. And most importantly, they help people in need. There is also my secondary motivation of trying to escape my brother's shadow.
What does your brother have to do with this?
My brother was one of the first Deals. On his inaugural mission, he saved an entire village from being destroyed when floods caused the spillway of the Lake Varg Dam to malfunction. Ever since then, he's been known throughout the land for his heroic deeds.
Haven't you had a chance to do anything heroic?
Sure. I've stopped a few pickpockets, prevented the occasional murder, and harassed that cat house across the way out of business. Nail salon, where was I? Oh yes, but I've never done anything that's been recognised.
What sort of recognition are you looking for?
I want the town to know me as a hero. A key to the city would be nice. But most importantly, I want them to look at me and say, there is Constable Crane. He saved somebody. If I could only help somebody truly in need.
This guy is a real piece of work.
What sort of person would you want to help?
Perhaps an elderly person? No, I know, a child. If I could save a child from some hideous fate, the old town would sing my praises.
Settle? Constable sounds like an exciting and rewarding job.
It can be, but this job can also suck the life right out of you.
The endless social problems and crime-ridden slums wear you down eventually?
No, I mean literally. We lose half our constables each year due to blood loss from animal bites. I'm beginning to suspect it may be the work of... oh, forget it.
What? Tell me.
Jackalopes. Vampiric jackalopes.
This guy is out of his gourd.
Listen, these creatures survive on the blood of others and burrow deep into graves to sleep during the day. I think they are behind the attack of anemia that has been plaguing Draxylvania over these many years. But no one will listen, except you. You believe me, don't you?
My, what lovely weather we are having. That was one dream. Surely you have other dreams and aspirations.
I wanted to be a member of Lake Watch, a team of Draxylvania's best-looking lifeguards. I wanted to be able to save lives and show my brother E isn't the only hero in the Crane family.
Why didn't you join?
I tried out. I broke every speed and strength record they had, but in the end, they said I wasn't photogenic enough.
Why are you out here all alone?
The Burgermeister gave the cushy stadium gate job to my brother Lou and stuck me with watching the nail salon. Just because Lou saved the Burgermeister's family from a pack of werewolves that attacked them during their Christmas feast.
Wow. How on earth did he do that?
It's no big deal. Lou just gathered some hair samples from a previous werewolf attack, then analysed them in his basement lab where he discovered some iridium-rich deposits in the fur. Lou then deduced the iridium could only come from a meteor crater, so he went up to Chillblood Crater wearing a had-stitched werewolf costume that he'd sprayed with synthetic female werewolf urine and infiltrated the pack for 3 weeks. During the attack, he sprayed the entire pack with liquid silver nitrate, incapacitating all of them except the leader. He then fought the pack leader on the top tower of the Burgermeister's house, while the leader used the Burgermeister's daughter as a shield. Lou used psychological baiting to catch the pack leader off guard so he could slay the beast with his own silver dagger. Lou is such a glory hog, I swear. He did all that just to make me look bad so I get stuck out of here while he got the cushy stadium job. He is always doing that. Lou is such a manipulator.
I'm Mona de Lafitte, mighty opera singer. Who are you?
Constable Bud Crane at your service. If there is trouble afoot, I'm your man. Is there anything I can help you with, Fraulein? You look new in town.
I was a guest of the, Gina Martinelli. Until today, that is. I'm trying to get back to Paris, so I'm looking for transport down to the port tonight. Know any?
No coaches come through here in the winter, and I'm afraid the old town, except me, is at the big game going on in the stadium. I'll suggest you wait till tomorrow afternoon, after the town sleeps off their drunken stupor.
Do you know the Baron Shroudy von Kiefer?
The Baron? I've never met him, but he's known around these parts for his rather unusual personality, especially around tall women. But they say his mother was even weirder. Some of the things I've heard about her would keep you up at night. It's strange Baron Shroudy's not here tonight, since he is the owner of the Vlad's Landing all-black sports franchise. Makes me suspicious.
Why is that?
I heard a report from my cousin Otto, a glory hog himself, that the Baron's boat, clothes and a coffin were found by the lake shore, but no Baron. I bet it was that gypsy witch Strigoi. Never trusted her kind. Otto was supposed to report in over an hour ago to spell me, but hasn't shown up. I bet he's passed out drunk somewhere. Just my luck. Can this night get any worse?
Tell me about Vlad's Landing.
Vlad's Landing? Not much to tell. It used to be a small hill town called Vlad's Lot, until a rich, creepy writer named Stefan Rex moved in and founded a sports stadium. Apparently, he's a big sports fanatic. It used to be named after him until Scarlet Bovine bought the naming rights last year. Anywho, when they dammed the Varg River, It became a centre of trade for all the local villages on the lake and its tributaries, and was renamed Vlad's Landing.
What happened to this writer?
He went insane when he borrowed a ton of money from the old Baron to fund a horrible play called Wagons. Get this, the story was about wagons coming to life, running people over and terrorising a group of people stuck in a livery stable. It was so stupid, the play closed down during the first act. He lost it all, money, respect and his sanity. I think he's an inmate now at Dr. Legume's Asylum for the Sanity Challenged. Heard he still writes for the Insanity Today magazine. A magazine by and for asylum inmates.
I'm new here. Would you tell me about Draxylvania?
Draxylvania's just a group of baronies nested high up in the Draxylvanian Alps. It is a semi-independent country within the Austro-Hungarian Empire. We're known for our odd customs, beliefs and mythologies.
Like what?
Well, some of the big ones are our nobles only come out at night, we all use garlic way too much, cover the doors, windows, even bathe in it. Some neighbouring countries call us Stinksylvania because the garlic smell often wafts over their countries during high winds. Let's see, we put crosses everywhere and we're constantly being plagued by some sort of weird disease. It's either lycanthropy one year, spontaneous anemia the next, or random outbreaks of insanity and paranoia. It's as if this land was cursed by God, or the spirits of all things pure and holy. But it's home.
What's in that dark alley back there?
It leads to the back of the stadium and the side door. Athletes and event staff only. Other than that, just a few boxes of junk and old sports equipment and the like. Of course, it is a dark alley. We have had a few incidents take place in there. I have been pleading with the city council to light the darn thing up, but they say their budget is taken up with the new public anti-anemia campaign. Just say no to night visitors. I like to stay near the alley entrance, just in case something happens again.
Well, that is enough for now. I need to go.
This will be useful. I'll take it.
Must be the back entrance to the stadium. The fine print underneath says, Scarlet Bovine Memorial Arena. Athletes entrance only. Spectators, please use main entrance. Trespassers will first be taunted, then severely beaten.
Thank you so much for watching, and hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked this, like, comment and subscribe for more. Have a nice day.